Alright, how's it going, guys? I just want to start by saying thanks for viewing my videos, and I really hope that they've been helping you in placing your bets. I hope at least somebody out there won the reliable game as along with me. But anyways, the first match in the Star Series LAN for the finals is going to be against my XMG and Fnatic. Don't think I need to talk about that. My XMG is only going to be there because the other teams decided not to participate. Starting with Mouse, who obviously was at the top of the standings. You can see here, everybody else decided that they didn't want to show up, so my XMG is going to be there. Fnatic should definitely take that one. I put a really small bet on my XMG, like 30 cents. You get like $3 back or something like that, but it's probably not going to happen. 90% chance, you know. Anyways, the match that we're going to go into is Nav'ii versus HR, and the odds are pretty close to 50%, and that's probably where they need to be. They're two very close teams. You can see I got to pull up HLTV here, and it's going to be a best of three. The maps aren't determined yet, but everybody knows their lineups. You know, pretty much everybody on both teams, especially Seized, Edward, Guardian, are huge on Na'Vi, and then Adren, Kucher, Merkelov, Doja are all big as well. Guardian is more of a factor for Na'Vi than any one of HR's lineup, but we'll go into their previous matches. I'm going to go into detail on two matches for each team of their previous ones. So for Na'Vi, I'm going to cover them versus Virtus and them versus NiP. And then for HR, I'm going to cover them versus NiP and Virtus as well. So you get a pretty good balance between them. Although HR's previous matches were both best of threes, Na'Vi's were best of ones. So we'll start with HR versus NiP. You can see on Dust 2, they ended up losing 16-6 against NiP. That's not a huge deal, but they did do pretty darn bad. Nobody went positive or anywhere close to it. But on Inferno, though, it was a whole different story. Kucher did excellent on Inferno, as well as Doja did pretty well, too. That was a pretty darn good map for them. On Nuke, they got absolutely destroyed. There's not really much to be said there. Alright, and then their previous match was against Virtus. And against Virtus on Overpass, they got destroyed. Pasha was huge. Doja did pretty good, but the rest of the team just absolutely didn't do much. On Nuke, however, they did a pretty darn good job. You know, Angel and Merkelov, Kucher, they did pretty well. So they won at 16-9. On Inferno, HR beat Virtus as well, and I think that's going to come into play because it's definitely a map that's possibly in the three maps that they choose, and they did damn well on it. Kucher went 22-11, Adren 18-13, Merkelov 17-8. They did really well. For Na'Vi's previous games, we'll start with their game versus Virtus because that's the most recent. They went into overtime against Virtus, and they ended up losing it, but it was a decently close game. But you can see here, if Guardian doesn't step his game up, HR has definitely got a really good chance of winning this. Guardian is a huge factor for his team, even with Ischuk going 30-22. I think Guardian is just he's like their morale base. So if he doesn't do well, they're probably not going to win the game. And then we'll go back to the game against NiP, which they ended up winning. It was on season, so I don't think it's a huge determining factor going into this game against HR. But Guardian just went crazy in that game. So if he does well, like I said, they're a solid team, no doubt about it. And I've just got their KDs pulled up here, and you can see from top to bottom, best to worst player. There's only a 0.2 difference between all of them. They're all top caliber teams or players, and either team definitely has a shot at winning this game. So basically, you know, the odds are pretty accurate where they're at. I think that my bet is going to be on HR. I've already placed it. You can see here, I put a medium bet on them. I think they're going to win it, but as always, do your own research, come to your own conclusion, and have fun winning some skins. See you later. Bye.